Welcome back to all of you to the ninth standard information and communications technology class. In the last class I gave you two simple questions. The first one was Anu wants to type a plus b whole square in her maths project. What do we call the method by which the number 2 is arranged? Answer is superscript. Then the next question was which tab in the option page in the format menu has the option to add a background color to a page. When we open format option in page menu, we can see so many tabs there. Inside that area tab we can see the option to color the page. So the answer is area tab. Do you remember what we discussed in the last class? We discussed about typing in Malayalam, how to type chillaksharangal and kootaksharangal. Then we discussed about superscript, subscript, then how to make the page of a document attractive by giving borders to the page, background color, margin, etc. Let us proceed with some more techniques to make the page of a document attractive. First of all, let us open the project file from school resources. Now we can save this file into our folder. For that, let us click Save As, and in the user students work 9, inside our folder, if we have to change the name here, we can change it here. Otherwise, we can just click Save. Now the file is saved into our folder. When we look the picture of unformatted and formatted pages in the textbook, we can see some differences there. So first of all, let us do the activities like giving borders, background colors, etc. to the page here. After that, we can go to more activities that we have to discuss. Let us select page option from format menu. There in the area, let us click color option here and select a color for the page. Then in borders tab, let us give all 4 borders, and width of line of border we can increase. Then let us change the color of the border into red. Now let us adjust the spacing between the text and margin here. Then click OK. All that changes came here. Let us change the font of the heading into Chilanga, then its font size, make it bold, and in the alignment we can align it into center. Let us give the color as blue, and we can underline the heading also. Then let us select the whole document and we can make it italic, and in the format menu paragraph option, let us increase the indent of first line here, then click OK. If we have to change the spacing between lines, we can click here line spacing and make it 1.15 like this. Then if we have to increase the spacing between paragraphs, we can increase it here. After doing all this, let us click save button. Now the whole updations came there in our file. Now all of you open your textbook and look at the top and bottom portion of each page. What can you see there? Have you noticed the page number, name of the book, name of the unit, your standard, etc. appearing repeatedly on each page? Now let us try to make our document also like that. It will be convenient to include such repeatedly appearing details in the header and footer. The header appears at the top of each page and the footer at the bottom. Let us look how the page number is inserted as header. When we click in Format menu, Page Style window, there we can see the tabs of header and footer. Let us click Header tab. There we can see Header on option. Put the tick mark in it. Then click OK. Now the header will appear on each page like this. Then select page number from insert menu. Now the page number is inserted here. If we have to bring this page number into center, just click here in align center, or into the right side also we can move it like this. So we can see in each page the page number same like that. Let us try to insert the heading of the document in each page footer. How can we do it? Let us go in Format, Page option, Footer, put tick mark in footer on. Then click OK. Now we can see the footer is available in each page. Let us type Malayalam Chirugada here. For that, first let us change the language into Malayalam. If we have to make the changes to align into center or make it bold, etc., also we can do there. If we have to change its font also we can change. We can make any changes. And now let us change its color. Now the title of our document came there in the footer of all pages. In the last class we discussed about how to give background color to the page. We can give any pictures also in background of a page. In Format, Page Style option, when we go in Area tab, when we click Bitmap option, there we can see a lot of bitmap images. And if we want to insert any bitmap image. Let us select like this and click OK. Now that background is changed into that picture. All of us know in some textbooks or in magazines, newspapers, etc., the pages are divided into columns. We can see in our textbook a picture of previous textbook of our ninth standard. There is two columns in that page. How can we make like this? Let us arrange our document also like this in two columns. For that, let us select page style window of format menu. Then let us click columns tab. There we can see the box to change the number of columns. When we click this up arrow, the columns will be increased, and we can use this also to change the number of columns. And there is some options like spacing between the columns and separating line between the columns also there in this tab. Let us click OK. Now we can see our document is set up into two columns. Here in columns tab, we can see a tick mark in auto width. That is why the columns appeared equally divided into two. If we have to make the first column bigger than the second one, first remove this tick mark, then change the width of the first one. Then we increase the width of first column, automatically the width of second column is reducing. So we need equal columns. Let us put the tick mark again in auto width. Now let us try to insert a picture in our document. We have learned in 8th standard how to insert pictures in LibreOffice Writer. Let us click the tool for insert images. There in school resources standard 9 images folder, let us select this first picture. Now you can see tiny squares in the borders of our picture. When we click and drag the squares in corners, the picture will reduce proportionately. And when we click and drag the squares in the sides, we can change its width or height. To move the picture, we can click and drag after selecting the picture like this. When we insert a picture, some words or sentences may get displaced. How can we solve this problem? When we right click, let us see wrap options. We can select page wrap or optimal page wrap to solve this problem. When we inserted the picture, already optimal page wrap is on. That is why our picture inserted correctly in our document. Now let us look how to insert a table into our document. Before that, let us change the columns of our page into a single one. Otherwise, our table will be distributed in two columns. So we can select single column and click OK. Let us use Insert Table tool from toolbar, otherwise from Table menu Insert Table option also. Let us select Insert Table tool. Then we can give here number of rows and columns we required. Now the table is inserted here. We can see all the columns and rows are equally distributed. If we have to make the changes in the width of columns or height of rows, we can simply bring the cursor between the columns, click and drag like this. And in case of row also, we can see it here. There is option to merge cells also. When we select adjacent cells together, we can see the merge cells option here. We can merge two rows also like this. We can insert rows and columns as and when we required. For that, in the table menu, select any option from the insert here. When we click rows above, one row will be inserted above the row where we put the cursor, and same like that we can insert below the row and column also we can insert like this. If we use insert rows option, we can give number of rows before and after option also we select as we required, then click OK. And in the case of columns also same like that. So after finishing all the activities in our documents, we want to print out our document, but if we don't have printer with us, we have to take this document into the system where the printer is connected. At that time, when we take this file into another place, it may not be opened properly in other systems. For such situations, it is better to save our file in PDF format. How can we save it into a PDF format? We can see in toolbar export as PDF option. Let us click that to export our file into a PDF format. And if we want to change the name of file, we can change it here. We can select the folder to save the file also from here. Then click save. Now the file is exported in PDF format also. Let us look our PDF format file. in students work 9. We can open this file in all computers and there will not come any changes in our file when we open it in other systems. With this, we completed all the activities of our second chapter. All of you, look, let us evaluate in the last page of this chapter. The first question is identify the features of the term given below and match them. A. X cube plus y cube. B. Insert page number. C. HNO3. Then in the next column there is header, subscript and superscript. We know that is a simple one. X cube plus y cube, that is superscript. Then insert page number in header. Then HNO3 is subscript. Then there is the second question. Prepare a shortcode in the word processor including the mathematical equations a plus b whole square equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square, a minus b whole square equal to a square minus 2ab plus b square to be exhibited at the mathematics corner of your school. Make it very attractive by giving page borders and background colors. Those who have systems with you can try this one. Then the third question, you have to insert the author's name at the bottom of all the pages of an article prepared in the word processor. Which of the following tools is the most suitable for this? The options are footer, merge cells, insert rows, header. We know the option to add anything in the bottom of all pages is footer. Then the next question is prepare in the word processor a notice for the inauguration of the school IT club and save it. Those who have system with you can practice that work also. Then the fifth question, you have to merge the first three columns of a table in a file prepared in the word processor and type a title in it. Which of the following tools can be used for this purpose? Delete cells, merge cells, insert columns, delete columns. We know that is merge cells. There we can see some extended activities also in our textbook. If we try that activities, we can improve our skill in using LibreOffice Writer. Let us practice all these from our computer lab after opening our school. See you in the next class with the third chapter. Thank you all and have a nice day.